What's up, everyone? Hello and welcome to Two Nerds on a Couch. I'm Beth.
And I'm Thor. The final week of the Fortnite Last Resort season is upon us. So before we go back to Chapter 1 to help Dr. Sloan fix something in the past, we've gone through the events, updates, quests, and storyline to bring you a full recap of everything that happened.
Please think about using code Two Nerds on a Couch to support content like this, and maybe consider subscribing. Thanks a bunch! Now let's crack on and recap Chapter 4, Season 4.
We're going to do things slightly different this time around as we recap various updates and hotfixes, starting off with day 1 of the season. As we explored the new POIs and ran into different guards, we found new weapons to defend ourselves, and older weapons hidden away in various display cases for us to heist out of the strongholds of Kato Thorn and his cronies. The beginning of the season went off like a crash of a rocket ram slamming through environments, enemies, and builds. This new item was both a getaway vehicle of sorts and a weapon. Ice bags carried other essential weapons, heals, and items to help us quickly escape danger or cause a ruckus. The business turret could lock onto enemies and deal a serious amount of damage. This sleekly designed tool could be picked up again for later usage. Other new weapons included the Infiltrator Pump Shotgun, Scoped Burst SMG, and the Twin Mag Assault Rifle. If you needed to escape enemies quickly but didn't have time for the rocket ram to start up, you could use the new Crash Pad Jr. to bounce away.
Sanguine Suites, Reckless Retreat, and Eclipsed Estates were heavily guarded not only because of the museum-quality artwork and sculptures, but also because of what could be found in the vaults. Once you made your way through the high security, you had the possibility to heist out some mythic weapons that were stolen from the past. Midas's drum gun, Tiantina's kaboom bow, Ocean's bottomless chug jug, Kit's charged shotgun, Kit's shockwave launcher, Zig and Choppy's ray gun, Gunner's Stinger SMG, and the awesome Foundation's MK7 assault rifle. After heisting one of these weapons or items away from Kato's vaults, you could find the new Nitro Fang to make a cinematic escape from enemies. The Battle Pass of Chapter 4 Season 4 had assembled a heist crew, plus a couple of extra characters relating to collaborations. We'll go over the storyline elements of the various characters later in this video, but we'll introduce them here. The heist team is led by none other than Maverick Nolan Chance. Never bet against the mastermind. The heist crew also included Piper Pace, the getaway driver who could deliver the victory. Fish Thick, the muscle who is more ripped than the tide. May, the impulsive hacker with an explosive sense of humor. And Antonia, the masked maven who is destructive by design.
The heist crew needed a smidge of comic relief with TikTok's most popular creator, Cabby LeMay. Together they were heisting the vaults of Kato Thorn, a voracious traveler with a hunger for the finer things in life. This time-traveling vampire wanted to add more to his collection. Joining the Battle Pass during Week 5 was Ahsoka Tano, Warrior, Outcast, Rebel, Jedi. But we'll go over more backstory for each character later in this video.
During the second week of Last Resort, a couple of new weapons and items got added to the loot pool. The Shield Breaker EMP grenade made it possible to shut down stationary and deployable security turrets. They also disabled moving vehicles, so you could now chase your enemies on foot, rocket ram, or with shockwaves. The Sticky Grenade Launcher wreaked havoc with its sticky explosions.
Week 3 saw the first downtime update for Chapter 4, Season 4. Wave 2 of the My Hero Academia collaboration was underway as Mina Ashido, Ichiro Kirishima, and Shoto Todoroki appeared in the item shop. For a couple of weeks, we used the Deku Smash Mythic again and put up Todoroki's Ice Wall Mythic to block it. Sometimes you could even push enemies off buildings or cliffs with the Ice Wall to get your victory royale.
During Week 4, we celebrated Fortnite's 6th birthday! Birthday cakes and a bit of decor were at all of the major locations. Birthday presents were located around the ground or in chests. Balloons were all the rage, and even made some folks rage quit. We wished the bus driver a happy birthday and celebrated with new cosmetics.
With Fortnite's birthday celebration wrapped up and put away until next year, we moved on to a mini Star Wars collab, complete with lightsaber training from Ahsoka themselves. The Deku Smash Mythic was also sent to the vault, along with the birthday celebration items and augments. We used the Force to push enemies and objects away from us, to sprint even faster, and double jump with protection from fall damage. We could finally start unlocking Ahsoka and all of their cosmetics. Week 5 also started the celebration of women in Fortnite. Through the Icon radio station hosted by Miss Ashrocks, the free emotes in the item shop, the showcasing islands by female creators, we help celebrate the women who redefine what it means to change the game, both in-game and beyond.
Week 6 was a decently quiet week, with just one weapon being enabled into the game, the Tactical DMR, or Toggle Zoom DMR as some of us called it. The Fortnitemares update hit during Week 7 of the Last Resort season. Halloween Candy, the Witch's Broom, and the Pumpkin Launcher all made their yearly return. We got a couple of new weapons with the Woodstake Shotgun and Kato Thorn's Vampiric Blade. We were also introduced to the new version of the Kato Thorn boss when he transformed into the Revenant style inside of his inner sanctum. Various NPCs got swapped out for spookier snapshots of themselves, and Agent Jonesy mysteriously returned for a short while. There was a new ghostly pirate that pointed out buried treasures. The blood moon rose, and the sun was eclipsed. Jack Skellington, Michael Myers, and Alan Wake all haunted us during Fortnitemares. Week 7 also had the FNCS Global Championships in Denmark, which crowned the newest champions in Miro and Cooper. During the Week 8 hotfix, there was a pretty major map change that took place in Frenzy Fields. Items from Chapter 1 Season 5 appeared alongside the Time Machine? And the very next week, all of those items vanished. The Time Machine was gone, and Jonesy disappeared. In Mega City, you could hear music from one of the billboards that sounded extremely familiar to those of us who played back in Chapter 1. What the heck was going on?
How did we get here? Well, we have to go back in time a bit to answer what exactly is going on with the storyline. In Chapter 4, Season 3, we discovered that Dr. Sloan was still alive. She had been rescued and was investigating the wilds. There was a group that was also studying the jungle area, the Explorers. The Explorers built the apparatus for their research purposes, and Dr. Sloan used it to discover that there was an eclipse inbound. Ancient markings on the jungle ruins were a warning of something unnatural coming to the island. Optimus Prime even warned us about impending doom.
I have been in contact with the one you call Sloan, and while she may be an unlikely ally, she alone knows the path forward.
And Dr. Sloan decided to call for help.
But you're the only one I trust to handle this. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I need your help.
Through the snapshot quest, we learned that Dr. Sloan had called on Nolan Chance to assemble a heist crew for something she was cooking up. We needed to recruit Nolan to steal something from Kato Thorn. After casing the new POIs and talking to Antonia, we were eventually able to hire Nolan Chance. We moved on to attempting to recruit Piper Pace to be our getaway driver. We drove fast, helped her tune up a vehicle with muscle car parts, and delivered some pizza. She has us doing other speedy tasks around Kato Thorn's vaults, and we locate a ring? We deliver the ring and a card to Antonia, who then forgives Nolan, and with Piper Pace hired, both ladies join his crew. Next on Nolan's recruitment list is Fish Thick. In order to persuade this muscle-bound fish, we have to smash some slat barrels to prove our strength. get enough money for him to build a gym, and furnish the gym with coral buddies and other equipment. Once hired, Fishstick joins Nolan's crew. Nolan said we still needed another person on the team, one who is an explosive expert and a hacker. Enter May. Since May loves explosives, they thought it would be great to get her attention by blowing things up. And when that didn't work, Nolan wanted us to take over the forecast towers because, well, May was the one who coded them in the first place. Something we didn't mention before is that there was a minor map change with each downtime update. You see, there was a specific reboot van that was strikingly different from the others, and it seemed as though someone was studying them. When we finally meet up with May to talk her into joining the crew, it turns out she was the one studying those reboot vans. But why? Was it because of something that Bunker Jonesy had mentioned all those seasons ago? He was being held captive by Kato Thorne, which is when May might have noticed. Bunker Jonesy was talking about there being a secret within the reboot vans, and that's probably why May was studying them so closely. After finally being able to recruit May, she has you steal some of Kato Thorne's chrono cells, which are then used to power the time machine.
There is a bunch of storyline within the various bits of dialogue and in the level up quest as well. Treyarch Aurora is searching for Treyarch Nox. They are from the same kingdom. Since their kingdom has fallen, Aurora was seeking out Nox, not for vengeance, but to simply be together again. There was a third Treyarch that mysteriously vanished. Through the Aurora quest, we sniff out areas that Nox has visited. For some reason, Treyarch Nox has been snooping around near Kato Thorne's strongholds. As it turns out, Nox was searching for a relic that Kato had stolen from their kingdom. Nox found the relic and returned to their kingdom to build it back up. Aurora thanks us for our help and also returns home. There are a few bits of other side stories that took place throughout Season 4 as well, with the High Stakes Club versus Countess Daraku. The club turned to Victoria Saint to help them, and eventually the Countess was taken down.
We entered the Fortnite Mayor's time period. There was a blood moon, and Kato Thorne had transfigured into the Revenant form. He had become more powerful in order to protect his time machine. The heist crew was assembled and needed him out of the way so they could take the time machine for whatever purposes Dr. Sloan had in mind. Frenzy Fields had become home to some relics from Chapter 1. The Durburger head, the Tomato head, the Dusty Diner sign, and the Truckin' Oasis sign from the desert. Agent Jonesy came back to the island at that moment, and also heard rumors about the time-traveling vampire problem. Sloan called upon one more person to finalize her plans, Shimmerdusk. Through the dialogue in the Fortnite Mayor's quests, and a secret interaction between Shimmerdusk and Dr. Sloan, we find out that an encounter happened between the two vampires. Shimmerdusk, the vampire who hunted other vampires, had chosen the wood-stake shotgun to take out Kato Thorne. She won the fight and reported back to Sloan. With Thorne out of the way, Dr. Sloan could use the time machine. A week later, Chapter 1 items found their way into the real world. The Truckin' Oasis sign was found by Courage JD. The Tomato Head was found by Tim the Tatman. The Dusty Diner coffee cup was found at random by Dr. Lupo. And the Durburger head was spotted in Ninja's backyard.
With the Chapter 1 relics and Jonesy now vanished from Frenzy Fields, it seems that Dr. Sloan and Agent Jonesy took the time machine to Chapter 1. Which event from the past is Sloan trying to change? Is it the formation of Kevin the Cube like we mentioned a couple weeks ago? Or did she have something else in mind? Find out with us next season as we go back to the OG days of Fortnite.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to use code 2nerds on a couch in the item shop, and we'll see you in the next season.
Bye!
Come on. Flying in. Look at all the people. Look at them all. They're everywhere. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.